Hi, this is Lucia with The Art of Love. I'm a dating and relationship expert specializing in helping you get an ex back. And welcome back, No Contact Army. I have a very important announcement today. I am very proud to announce that I now have my very own, my very own app. Yes, a no contact app to help you stay in no contact. And I will tell you all about it at the end of the video, so be sure to stay tuned. In the meantime, today's topic is the number one reason why your ex will most likely come back. Do you know what that is? Well, it's because they are not happy. They are unhappy without you. They thought their life would be better without you. They thought that they could do better, find someone better or just as good as you. And things are turning out differently. Now, as Abraham Hicks always says, everything we want to be, do, or have is because we think we will be happier in the being, doing, or having of them. And when we find out that we're not, that's when things take a turn. So yes, your ex may have been happy at first while they were in the release stage or the anger stage, but as time goes on and you're not contacting them, you're leaving them alone, right? And FAB takes over, which if you've heard some of my other videos, you know that stands for Faded Affect Bias, which basically means that people forget about how bad things were in the past and they only remember the good memories. So life isn't what they thought it was going to be, especially if you were together for many years. Well, the dating landscape has now changed with the swipe apps. And so they were in a relationship with you for many years, and now they're out there and they're saying, yeah, I'm going to start dating, I'm going to find someone else. And they find out, things are not the same as they were 10 years ago or even 5 years ago. And in some ways it is easier because of the apps that there are a lot more choices out there. It's a lot easier to meet a lot of people, depending on where you live, obviously. But it's also more difficult because there are so many choices that people think they have unlimited choices and they're willing to walk away a lot easier, a lot faster. So they're going to find out dating is not quite what it was before. So they're not happy and they also miss you. That's why when you hear from an ex, sometimes they'll say, I miss you. This is not to be confused with, and I've heard this happening several times, where an ex will call up and they'll say, hey, how have you been? I miss the dog. How have you been? I miss the cat. They don't want to say they miss you. No. So they mention the dog or the cat. And that's not something to respond to. If they miss the dog or the cat, do not respond. And in fact, that did happen with one of my clients. She didn't respond and she never heard from him again, meaning that he wasn't interested in getting back together anyway. But if they do say they miss you, I've talked in several videos, which I'll link above, about what to say when they say, I miss you. And so they're realizing that maybe, just maybe, things weren't as bad as they thought they were. Maybe they should have thought things through more. Maybe they made a rash decision. And so if they're not happy, they'll use any justification to reach out to you. Now, they may not do this right away. I've heard of exes being miserable for weeks, and yet they still waited to reach out. So why is that? Well, that's because they're still hoping that you will reach out. But of course, if you listen to me, you're not going to. And now with the no contact app, you definitely won't. Or they're hoping that things will improve on their end and that they will get happier and that they won't have to reach out. However, when they see that that is not what's happening, that they're not happier without you, and now weeks and months have gone by and you haven't reached out, that's when they come to the realization that things will not get better unless they do something. and that's when they come back. That's why it's crucial that you stay in no contact. Let them go through the process of realizing that they were happier and better off with you in your life. And that takes time. When people have been broken up with, especially if they have an anxious attachment style, they want their ex back like right away. That week. 2 days later, right away. It's like, oh my God, I've been in no contact 12 days. Oh my God, it's been 2 weeks. I haven't heard from them. Well, as I mentioned in the video, no contact is a marathon, not a sprint. In the world of no contact, I'm sorry, but 2 weeks is nothing. I know that you're going through hell every day. You may not be able to eat or sleep. And you're like, what? What do you mean 2 weeks is nothing? I can't function. I know. But you have to understand, you have to play the long game. 2 weeks is nothing. It's going to take usually between 45 and 60 days, as I mentioned in my video about the 60-day no contact rule. So let them go through the process of realizing that they actually were better off with you in their life and they were happier. Because otherwise, if you keep reaching out, you'll let them know that you're still there waiting and they can take their time in deciding whether to reach out to you or not. You're like the safety net. It's like, okay, good. I know that if I don't find somebody else, I know if I still continue to be miserable, then they're there waiting for me. No. You need to take away the safety net. Otherwise, you're shooting yourself in the foot and you're slowing down progress. And so now, to help you stay in no contact, we have my app, Silenzio, which means silence in Italian. And it's spelled Silenzio, or if you're in Canada or the UK, Silenzio. And of course, I will place the link below. Yes, of course, it's free. And there's several fun features. The feature that everyone seems to like is the panic button. So if you're about to break no contact, if you're freaking out and thinking, oh my God, I need to contact my ex, just hit the panic button. And you'll hear my voice giving you words of encouragement, telling you why you should absolutely not hit the panic button. And for those of you that like to count how many days you've been in no contact, there is a counter. Yes, finally, you don't have to do it manually. It does it for you. And if you break no contact, you can reset it and go back to day one. There is also my meditation for you to get an ex back. I've updated it and made it a little longer, a little more specific, so you can use that if you've not heard from your ex. And there's also a section to do affirmations. We haven't talked a lot about affirmations on this channel. I will talk about that later on, but you can record 3 free affirmations that will help you to focus on what you want and what you want to what you want to happen in the future. So that is what's on the app for now. Of course, it will grow in time, but everyone that's tested it seems to like it. And so that's another tool for you to use so you don't feel alone. So besides these videos where you listen to me, now you have the app Silenzio. So I want to hear from you. I want to know how long you've been in no contact. And then also, after you've downloaded the app, I would like to know what you think of it and what is your favorite feature. And also, if you can please leave a rating and a review for the app, I would really appreciate it. Okay? So in the meantime, if you would like my help to get your ex back, go to theartoflove.net. The direct link is below. If this video has been helpful, please like, subscribe, and share so that it can help other people. If you're listening to this as a podcast, please rate and review. And finally, remember that love inspires, empowers, uplifts, and enlightens.